Which Duke Nukem do you have?
I have a game, Duke Nukem.
Which Duke Nukem?
Uh,
If the original ones, this is the thing. When they made
wait,
Duke
wait,
Nukem,
what are we talking about original? The side-scrolling thing?
I don't even know. All I know is that people were always like, people are so butthurt about Duke Nukem Forever, and I'm like, listen, if you, no, I'm saying how the last one they made. Oh God. See, I've played Duke Nukem Forever. I platinumed that game. It was a pain in the ass, but um, yeah. See, it's I don't think it was that bad of a game. I think people's expectations were just way too high for the fact that the game was in development for like 14 years.
It's not,
People probably
it's not the worst, but it's definitely not that great.
no. I'm telling you right now,
It's got a lot of
it's
problems.
got a lot of problems with the game, but it is funny. It's hilarious. I thought a lot of the jokes in the game were funny as hell, and I like that the game kind of made fun of itself in a way.
One thing I heard they took out at last minute for some reason was the boot kick.
The boot kick.
Yeah, Duke Nukem could always do like a boot kick in
I
the
thought he had the kick in the game.
No, he doesn't. You can't just do it. Normally you could just
Oh
do it.
yeah, that's right. You
They
gotta.
took it out for whatever reason at last minute. They took it out. I don't know why.
Oh yeah,
It
that's
seemed
right.
like a stupid thing to do to take it out. Regenerating health was another problem. The fact that like you look at the original Duke Nukem Forever like trailers, and they're
Mhm.
included in the game if you ever wanted to look at them or look up on YouTube or whatever have you. You look at the original trailers. I think there's even like a comparison to the old Duke Nukem Forever and what it is now.
Mhm.
What a big difference in like size and scale and shit. But the game went through too many studios, too many different engine changes. That game has been through so much shit. It's not even funny. I I can't even stress how much like it went through. Aha! Aliens, Colonial Marines. Oh man, do I really want to start talking about that thing? Oh my
I
god.
haven't played it, so I can't really say
Oh,
anything. But
I don't think,
I have.
Mike, you don't have to play it.
I've seen it.
You don't have to play it.
I know there's people uh that have
Here,
already posted gifs and stuff like that.
here,
There's a guy.
okay, for the record, that alien thing going through that one area, that thing's blind. That type of alien's blind, so it doesn't know that you're there unless you move. That's why it walks past you. It just looks kind of funny. But no, honestly, I looked at it, and it's not even like it doesn't even look like a good first-person shooter, you know? Something enjoyable enough to play.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think it's funny that there's literally like a video of a guy literally beating the game and like without firing the gun.
Really?
There's a video out there. I know there's a video out there of a guy literally beating the game without firing or without killing anyone.
Don't you need to kill the aliens to proceed sometimes?
I don't know. This might have been before. I think this was before the patch too.
Now, normally I don't ever look at video game endings, but this one happened to come up while I was watching a video when they were talking about it. And I didn't realize it, but whatever. I don't really care that much as I probably never was going to play it anyway. But the thing that they showed was them killing the last boss. All they did was stand there and just shoot it. It didn't do anything special or anything. It was just, the alien queen was just a really big alien. And the
Hmm.
only reason people are defending it at all is because of the name. Because they put in some little things here and there from like Prometheus and Alien and Aliens, and pretty much the third movie didn't happen, by the way, because of this game. Because this game is canon. This happened. Everything in Alien Colonial Marines is canon.
Hmm.
I don't know, like, Borderlands apparently, Borderlands. Listen to me. Oh man. Okay, so the Borderlands guys and gals, Randy Pitchford, Gearbox, they worked on the multiplayer. Apparently, they outsourced the single player, and that's what you get. A very below average, not even below average. Jeez, it's worse than like below average. First person shooter.
Hmm.
Like I saw them get into the machine. I was watching Max and Simmons play. They got into the loader, which is
Hmm.
always cool. I like at the end of Aliens when Ripley,
Ripley.
yeah, she throws the alien off the ship.
Hmm.
with the loader. I thought that was so cool. Um, but like they used the loader to open the door. They got into one of the loaders and they just opened the door with it. And I'm like, what? What is this? You know? Holy shit. That's terrible. One of the coolest looking things I saw in a movie when I was a kid and reduced to a door opener. I'm sorry, I can't sit there and defend this game. Like, I could defend games, but I cannot get behind that. You know, people can give Resident Evil 6 all the shit in the world they want. At least it's not that. At least they didn't, oh my god, at least they didn't completely destroy it.
Yeah.
They left some things in Resident Evil 6. Holy shit. You know, you could say whatever about Resident Evil 6 or DMC. But hold my... Jeez, man, with aliens, like... Whoa. Whoa. Someone's gotta...
Someone's a little,
Those games you can enjoy, I can't see enjoying aliens.
yeah.
Colonial Marines, anyway. And people want to say that they're selling out. And I call bullshit because I'm pretty sure that franchise has been selling out for years. That this isn't anything new. Oh, what's it gonna do? What is that? I don't know what that is. Pins and completely numb. Oh,
Does that mean you're stuck?
great.
Chef, I'm scared. I don't know what just happened.
What, on Colonial Marines or Legend of Legaia?
Oh, Marines probably.
Oh, Alien? Apparently it was a while.
Like, didn't they say something like 5 years,
Yeah,
6 years?
yeah, bullshit. They probably did the same thing they did with Nukem.
Mm.
And it was like a 2-year development cycle. They said 5 to 6 years with Aliens, but I doubt it. And I've noticed I drop frames a lot. I noticed that Sega's like, we're not talking about that anymore, guys.
Just stop.
Yeah, at least Duke Nukem was funny.
It's true.
At least it had its moments.
I will be right back.
Yeah, well, yeah. Uh, that's what you get. That is what you get. I think I have enough for the bread. That's what you get when you outsource to a company that's not very reputable. Blah, blah, blah. Not very good at their job. Yeah, well. What are you gonna do? People want money. I want money. Money is nice. Money's really nice. Money gets you things like boats, yachts, even like EA. Oh my god. Uh, there was a point in time with EA that, oh man, I need more money. Oh, I need 8 breads, not 7. Yeah, SimCity. That's been like the main focus lately, is SimCity. And I'm a big fan of Dead Space. I'm a very big fan of Dead Space. Actually, I'm like Mike over here when he gets back could tell you how much of a fan I am of Dead Space. I have some books. I have you know I've downloaded and read the original comics. I pre-ordered it. I liked the game that came out before too. Um, not Ignition. I like Dead Space Ignition. That was cool. I actually liked it. I mean, for $5 if you wanted to pay for it, but it's free if you had pre-ordered the game. That was cool. And it unlocks the hacker suit, best suit in the game. Um, but the problem with Dead Space 3 is EA wanted them to go in a action, more action than anything. unfortunately. And I'm pretty sure the Visceral team didn't want to do that. They probably had an idea of what they wanted for this game. Granted, Dead Space 3, see, I have very mixed feelings because I love Dead Space so much and I follow the story so intently that, what's the way to put this? I liked playing Dead Space 3, I liked finishing it, but it was not up to par with the other Dead Spaces in the past. I think one of the better Dead Space, I think like Extraction, right? That rail shooter, that was fun. Yeah, simplifying the game. But at the same time with Dead Space 3, um, I liked the I liked the customization options. It was crazy. Well, it is crazy. How much you can customize your guns. I like that. And even if like I'd imagine people see why they did the universal ammo thing was because you wind up with a million different ammos in your inventory. So trying to solve that's a bit of a pain without it, inventory management becoming too much of an issue. So I go a little bit on that. It's like, yeah, you could have created more ammo, but at the same time, you probably would have ruined the game with inventory management that no one wants. So it's like, with that, it's like the lesser of two evils, I'd say. The microtransaction thing I could give two shits about. If you want to buy stuff, do it. I don't care. It sucks that it's there, whatever, I guess, but at the same time, I just don't give a shit. I didn't buy it. I don't care about the microtransactions. But that does present a problem with these microtransactions. While I didn't mind it in Dead Space, they put it in there. They obviously wanted people to buy little things, little materials and shit. Because Dead Space 3 probably did well enough, they're now going to put it in all their games. Microtransactions I'm talking about. And that I can't agree with. Why would you put microtransactions in everything? It's terrible. I didn't agree with it being in Dead Space, but I dealt with it because I like Dead Space. But in all their games, I remember a point in time when EA was like, you'd see a game, right? And you're like, Mike can back me up on this.
Hello.
About with EA, because now I'm talking about EA.
Okay.
SimCity's been a disaster. Dead Space 3 had, well, you know me, how big of a fan I am of Dead
Oh
Space.
yeah, definitely.
Now, I was just getting to the part with the microtransactions Dead Space 3. I don't care about the microtransactions Dead Space 3. It didn't bother me because I didn't have to buy it. It was just there. They were trying to get your money, whatever. My main problem is now they're going to put microtransactions in everything. That's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. Because it's going to, I tell you, it's going to deter people from playing or buying your game. And the sad thing is, years ago, whenever you see a game that wasn't Madden or something that always came out yearly, or mainly Madden, when you didn't see a Madden game, or a sports game, I should say, made by EA, you're probably like, wow, look, there's a game with EA's name on it that isn't a sports game.
Yeah.
Let's play this, man. And like,
Mhm.
you'd probably have a good time. Usually EA had some quality shit.
Mhm.
But nowadays it's not like that. Though one of the games that they did have, and I don't know how you feel about it, Mike, but Shadows of the Damned, like
I love it.
it's it's so cool.
I
It
love that
is. I
game.
love Garcia. He's so cool. But fucking, it could have been better.
It could have
But
been better.
at the same time, it's Suda 51, so the game's not gonna. It's not. Oh man, Shadows of the Damned, man. As much
It's
as
it,
that texture load-ins.
it's here's what it is. Here's the thing with most Suda games. They all fall under that category of the story's awesome, characters are well thought out, the aura of the game itself is awesome. But they all fall under that category where the gameplay is always like, eh. Like, it's good, but it could have been better.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think the only game where Suda pretty much hit it out of the park was No More Heroes. And even then, like, some of the gameplay aspects of that game, it's like
Open world.
I'm waiting for the new game. Uh, what's it called? Killing is Dead or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, I've heard of that.
Apparently supposed to go back to like his roots of like Killer 7 and No More Heroes.
You know, because Capcom has the rights to Killer 7 locked up in the labyrinth. And they
Yeah,
and they
and they're
told
gonna
him, you know, if you want them, you're gonna have to go down there and get it.
you want
The Minotaur's down there, Suda.
the, the Minotaur. No, it's like that episode of Batman with the Riddler. He makes like the giant maze. There's actually like a Minotaur with like a sword standing over a paper that's like the rights to um the Suda 51 games, and he's just like
But with EA, they are making some pretty bad decisions, especially what.
a lot of yeah, a lot of things with EA now. EA actually used to like make games. Remember when
Um,
EA used to make games?
remember when they didn't put DRM on things?
Remember when
That's what ruined like SimCity. What I
remember
don't
when you could play
understand about
SimCity offline?
you, I don't
That was
understand
fun.
that about SimCity. Like, why is that DRM'd? I mean, look, having an online option actually sounds pretty cool for SimCity, where you can upload your city,
Yeah,
compare with others, go to other people's cities, look at them, burn them to the ground. I don't know.
throw a tornado at
So
them.
some stupid like that. I don't know. But they didn't.
Yeah,
They made it DRM. They couldn't handle how many people went onto a server, and fucking got
I
wrecked.
hate that you have to play the game online. I think that's dumb. I
From
think
a
it's
businessman standpoint, they hear DRM and they're like, "Oh, cool," you know.
from a gamer standpoint, you hear DRM and go, "Oh crap," you know, like like if you're making a game like Diablo, I can understand that. They said Diablo, you had to be online all the time to play the game. I'm thinking, okay, that makes sense. That's like a giant, massively big multiplayer dungeon crawler game. That's a that's perfectly cool. Like I can understand that, being online all the time because you're logging into a server with a ton of people on it. It's so you can find people. That's different. Oh look, Fox is here. Hi Fox.
Loser. You know what?
But back to what I was saying. It's yeah. I don't before you even respond. I know I'm actually hearable in the video as well as typing in the chat. So there. Um, let me think.
Hey, why don't you go play your Bentley mini games? How do you say it?
Fly.
Fly! Fly! Ah!
All right, we'll stop now. Anyway, back to what I was saying.
Yeah.
EA they used to make games, and a lot of their games were good. A lot now EA just puts their stamp on stuff, and it's like, okay, here you go, buy this game. Like, don't get me wrong. I think the acquisition. I will kill you all and like remind you there is a mute button. Oh, okay. Um. Uh. Like, I think EA had the right idea with companies like BioWare, letting them do their own thing. Okay, letting them do their own thing, and you know just publish the games for them. I think that's a great thing. Letting BioWare make games. I think that's what you should do. BioWare makes great games. They probably make a frick ton of money for EA. But and then there's like other things that they've done, like the whole DRM thing. Like SimCity could have been huge for EA. It could have been huge. I mean, it probably still is. It probably still is a huge game for EA. But the whole thing is that, okay, now if you buy the game, and the problem is with PC games too. If you buy the game new, if you buy the game and it doesn't work, you can't return it because it has a freaking code probably to install the game. So you're out like however, I don't know how much is it, $60 for SimCity?
Yeah. Full price, I believe.
Jesus. All right, so you're out $60 because the company didn't know how to work the system correctly. Yeah,
I,
it's dumb.
it is. It is really stupid.
It's dumb. I don't approve. It's dumb. It could have been a huge game for EA if they just let you be able to play offline.
Yeah, but then they wouldn't be able to monitor you all the time.
So what? The game's already hacked. People already figured out how to hack it. You're all screwed.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're all
You
screwed.
can make the best DRM on the planet. It's not gonna matter. Someone's gonna be smarter than you.
It's true. I'll be Christ.
Someone's gonna hack it.
That's just how it is.
Hey man, so how about that? How about, how about that Star Wars? Star Wars we bought. I can't wait. Well, I can't wait personally because I like J.J. Abrams as director. So I'm actually kind of excited to see what he does because he'll probably treat it better than Lucas did.
I am kind of excited about the new Star Wars a little bit. I mean, even though like they're gonna try to, I know they're bringing back Harrison Ford. I know Carrie Fisher's coming back.
Oh my god, dude! Like her and like
They better not mess up. Yeah, I kind of agree,
a
but
skinny outfit. Her in a skinny outfit.
they're not gonna put her.
She's
She's
really
like
she's
she's like
like
60 years old and
she's
like,
old.
Mark Hamill's coming back too. Oh,
Yeah,
cool then, cool. But only if they do it
Mark
right.
Hamill's not exactly the
Here's
best
the th-
looking guy on the planet anymore.
here's what they should do with it.
Yeah.
They shouldn't try to make them all like the heroes because it won't work. What they have to do is they have to try to have to bring in new people to be the heroes and just have them kind of like as either a mentoring role or a cameo role. Back with French bread pizza, that's the best. Uh,
Yeah.
Joker, let him be the voice of the Joker. Just let him voice the
Well,
Joker in
Hamill doesn't
Star
want to
Wars.
do the voice of the Joker anymore, right?
Yeah,
Didn't he say
he's
Arkham
retired.
City was that it?
Arkham City. The reason why he stopped at Arkham City is because he didn't want him. He didn't want it to become sort of like a crutch for him. You know what I mean? He wanted to go out on a high note,
Yeah.
and that's a pretty good fucking high note if you've played Arkham City.
I didn't.
Well, then you need to play it because it's good.
I don't know.
Play Arkham Asylum. That's good too,
I want to get the collector's edition for both of them
dude.
because I like wasting my money.
Dude. Oh, you wanted to get the collectors? Oh, you mean
I want the collectors for both. I want the giant heat-seeking batarang after the PS3 version.
the...
What a waste of money. It's like $200.
Oh, go ahead, waste the money.
It doesn't even come with anything. Play the fucking games. Now, why don't you go play, oh man. Name me off a game here, Mike. Tell her to go play something.
Pokemon.
Go play a shooting game.
Go play a shooting game.
Go play a game where it involves just shoot. Uncharted. Go play them all right now.
Play all the Uncharted games.
Go play Uncharted too.
Ow. Not fun. Ow. Oh, okay, so now I have no health left. That's
No, don't play Borderlands. Borderlands too easy.
good.
No. You can't play Borderlands.
Borderlands. Borderlands is fun, though. I do enjoy Borderlands.
It is. Borderlands is fun. Go play Jack and Daxter.
That's a fun game.
You have Uncharted 3 and you're depressed?
Play Uncharted 3.
Well, I guess Talbot does make me depressed too.
Talbot makes me sad to be a human being.
Oh, that last fight. Oh, this is such a waste. Oh, that last fight was so stupid. I like what people say, though. They're like, Talbot through the whole game can't decide if he wants to be weaker or stronger than Drake.
It's true. No one hits the run.
He's like they try to restrain him, and as Drake is running, Talbot runs. Remember that part with the pirate guy and
Yes.
Marlowe, and they were talking? He flips a table and he runs, and Talbot could have stopped him.
Could have.
He didn't.
He didn't. Chose not to.
For anyone who doesn't know about this, the Naughty Dog team, when developing Uncharted 3, and it was a rush job. Uncharted 3 was such a rush job. They were trying to get that shit out. And
It's pretty good though for a rush.
Talbot is a major problem because as a villain, he's not developed properly.
Yeah.
Because
you don't
for
really
a year, what did I say, a year and a half, they had this guy that Drake was running towards, like trying to catch. They didn't know who he was. They had this whole thing already programmed and done, but they didn't know who that was, so they called him Talbot. I guess they just, like in the end, they decided this is going to be Talbot, which doesn't make any sense with his character. He, he vanishes on the drop of a hat. Drop of a nail or whatever.
Drop of a penis.
Drop of sweat coming off balls. I don't know. Like
drop of ball sweat.
he just disappears. Like the one part where he shoots the bald guy when he shoots him in the neck, and he whispers sweet nothings into his ears, and he's like, "Yo, fuck Drake up. I don't like him." And he disappears. Like there was nowhere for him to. He just disappears. That's it. Talbot's gone. It's really weird, not explained. That I can understand where some people would be like, Uncharted 3, I like it. It's good,
I still think
but it
2
could
was better.
2 is way better. 2 is such a big improvement, and Lazarevich is one of the best.
Zarvich was an asshole.
He's a villain. I hate him. They gave me a good reason to hate him. Like the part with Jeff the cameraman when he's like, oh, did you carry him from the temple? And he shoots him. Like right there, you're like, oh, I hate you forever. And then he has all of his goons like shoot you. It's great. It's great. See, most games won't do that anymore. They won't give you a villain to hate. Like you gotta hate this guy. But most games don't give you a villain to hate anymore. You know what the villain I hated was General Praxis.
Oh god, yeah.
In Jak 2. He seems to be the forgotten villain though.
That dude was a dick.
I've never played Far Cry 3, but if you're referring to the guy who I've seen the beginning when you're stuck in the cage, your friends are murdered or whatever.
Oh yeah, doesn't he burn them?
I don't know, whatever he does. That guy, yeah. Like the guy in the beginning, he is a dick. Like you want him dead, right? That's like Wesker. Like Wesker. Right? Well, in the first Resident Evil, you're like, I want you dead. After you find all that crazy shit out, the tyrant rips his arms off anyway.
And then he comes back to life.
Then he's scooped up. You know, because why not? You know what? That was the main problem with Resident Evil 6 to me. Is Simmons.
Yeah.
Simmons was introduced just to die, and he wasn't a very well thought out enemy. It's like, oh, America's evil.
Yeah, they didn't give enough time for him to develop. I think it would have been better if they just went with Wesker clone. You know what I mean?
Your thing you wanted them to go with?
Mm-hmm.
That was it Wesker's brother or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? Or this game, they give you a very good throughout the whole game in Legend of Legaia, you have a very good motivation for doing what you're doing. All these people are always dying. Let's talk to this kid. You know the mist is heavier than air. It's like, oh no, not this kid doesn't tell me anything. There's one kid who's like, my sister's dead. The mist killed it. Monsters. And then you find out, obviously at the end of this, you find out everything that's been going on up until that point. And you're like, oh my god. You're like, you want to end this. I feel like a lot of games don't do that anymore. They need to give you an asshole to hate. Come on. Lazarevich is a good...
anymore, Jeff. It's about intense dislike.
Okay, Mundus from the new DMC. I fucking hated that guy for a reason. He did all that bullshit, right? Yeah. He was a really evil guy, and you don't like him. So what's so hard about making... You gotta make a villain hateable. You gotta make it you just want to beat him up. What's
All right,
another?
Kafka.
Kafka. That's a perfect example of this shit.